What's going on? What's popping? It's Royalty, and we are here with Royalty Customs. And I got a special one for y'all today. We are going to be learning how to get shells ready to be put in your city and how to put them. So, before I even really get into anything, I just want to let you guys know that when I show y'all how to put it into the housing script, I'm using no lag properties. Okay? So before, you come and message me, "Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. I couldn't get it in my housing script." Because housing scripts are all they're all different, but the process and having to get the door offset and stuff like that is the same. And like you putting the hash name and label, it's all the same. It's just housing scripts are set up different. So you are really just going to have to figure out or reach out to the creator and figure out how to add shells to your specific housing, script. So I am starting at the point of you already got your shell modeled out. You're done, you textured it and everything like that, right? So the next step that you are going to want to do is getting the door offset ready for where the player is going to spawn in. All right. So you bring in a door and I joined it. So I deleted the collision. You can delete when you bring in, I would say just find a door on Plebmaster, export it into here, remove the collision, remove the constraints, remove everything but the model because the door is not going to open, right? So so that's that. So you have your door, right? So I'm going to go into edit mode and I'm going to select this part of the door right here. And I have notes because it's been a minute since I did this. And then you're going to shift S, oh shift shift S, and then we're going to do cursor to selected. And then we are going to go in back into object mode, okay? And then right click, set origin to 3D cursor. Okay? So basically what that is doing is the shell's pivot point is aligned with the doorway. Okay? So this is good, right? So the next step after you do that, we're going to be moving the shell to the world origin, right? So then we are in object mode, right? We got to select the shell is selected, and in object mode, you're going to do Alt G. Okay? So Alt G, it clears location and it moves the shell to the world origin. So all these steps are very important. So that's why I'm going slow. I got my keys on and everything. So that's where we're at right now, right? So after you move the shell to the world origin, uh we're going to apply transforms, right? So we're going to do control A and go down to apply all transforms. Okay? And to see to make sure that everything is good, the location and the rotation both need to be 0, 0, 0. Scale 1. This is just the dimensions of my actual shell. So this is good. Okay? Now, after you get the door ready, so that's it with the door. We're good with the door, right? Okay, after getting your door and everything set up, seeing that your location rotation is at 0, your scale is at 1, okay? Everything is good to go. So now we are going to convert this into a drawable, right? And um, we are going to auto embed this because the shell is like just a big old prop, right? So we're going to auto embed it, and then we're going to convert drawable, right? We're going to drop this down. We're going to drop this down, drop all this. You are going to erase the textures out of the collision, just like if we were like doing an MLO. Some of these parts are kind of the same. So you're going to get rid of the collision materials and stuff like that. Then you're going to drop down collision over in the Solom's tools. And you're going to drop down create collision material. Just do default. It don't need to be anything special, right? Then you're going to highlight the BVH, drop down flag presets, general default, apply flag presets. Okay. So now, with that being said and done, another thing that I wanted to tell y'all, make sure, just like on an MLO, make sure it's red on the outside and blue on the inside. Okay? That is very, very, very important. Apparently I need to flip the door. The door is red. Why? I don't know. It should be blue. That's why I'm confused. So let me just make at least this side of the door needs to be blue. The other side, it really doesn't matter because nobody's gonna see it. But this side of the door need to be blue. That side, it don't matter. Let me just make sure I don't have anything else selected. To like deselect something that's highlighted, you just hold shift and then you click on it. But yeah, you need to make sure the inside, all the inside is blue. Okay? So let me get all this right quick. Yeah. Okay, so how you flip your faces, just in case you don't know, you're in edit mode, highlight what you need to flip. Then you're gonna go to mesh, normals, flip. Okay, so that's good. Again, this side don't matter because they're not gonna see that side. It's this side. So everything in here needs to be blue. Okay. So that's good. So we are all set with that. I just wanted to make sure y'all knew that, so y'all would be, everything is copacetic. Okay, so now we're gonna make the Y type, which is gonna be real easy. You just gonna add this. You're gonna change the name. I'm gonna change it to the name of my. I think I have 3 S's on it. That. Make sure this is on base. Click that. Make sure that your textures are embedded, so you ain't got. So because if your textures aren't embedded, the texture dictionary won't show up, but it is here, so that's good. Now after that, now you're just exporting. Okay. So now I'm going to export this out to downloads, the Y type, and then I'm going to select hierarchy, right? I'm going to hold V, export CodeWalker, and I'm going to just put it in here. Okay, so next, make sure you're gonna need RPF Explorer. Not code. Well, I mean, this is CodeWalker, but you need the RPF Explorer inside of CodeWalker, right? Which you can open that up separately if you right click on on the symbol. Like I put this down at my taskbar, but if you right click it, you can open it, or you could search it. You can probably search it here as well too. So when you open this up, make sure you're in edit mode, right? Go to wherever you're gonna, you're gonna do this. Okay. You're going to drag those XML files that you just exported out, right? So then for me, I have to drag them back because I got to use my VPS. So let me get that open up and I'll be right back with y'all. Okay, so we are in my resource folder. Okay. So the first thing that you're going to want to do, um you're going to want to make a folder just for your shells, right? So I have this RC shell pack v2. You're going to need inside of that folder, you're going to need a stream folder and an FX manifest Lua, right? So those files that you, after you converted them in RPF, you're going to want to drag those files. Oops. Hold up. I can't drag. I have to copy. You're going to want to put them in this stream folder like this. I left this other one in here just so you can see like how it works. So you have your YDR and your Y type. Okay. The next important thing that you need to do is in your FX manifest, which if you guys need this, let me know, or pause the video, get all this down right, but this is how it needs to look. Okay. So the most important parts of this is obviously you need to make sure this is here, and then these, right? This you don't need that. This is just for like if you're gonna sell it and shit, like if you're gonna sell them or whatever and shit like that. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to do the data file quotes DLC ITYP request, and then the stream folder, and then the name of the Y type of the shell. And you have to do this for each shell that you make. You have to do this. You have to put it in here. Okay. So it shows up in the game. All right. So up to this point, you should already have your shell. You already shell. You set your door. You exported it, and now you got it in your shell pack. So the next part that I am going to be going into is how to set this up with no lags, right? So this is the next part. And again, please don't message me saying that it did not work. You followed you followed the video and it didn't work. You might not have the same housing script. Okay? So please listen when I say this is no lags properties, not any other housing script. Okay? So after you got your shell and everything set up, you're going to want to go to your no lag properties script. Okay? You're going to want to go into custom shells. And then here you're going to find the no lags by default has all this in here, right? Starter shells, all this. You're going to want to make a new Lua file. Name it whatever you want to, right? Inside that Lua file is where you are going to put the information of the shells, right? So you are going, first part of forget all, don't worry about none of this. But the first part of this, you need this, okay, at the top, and then at the bottom you need this, okay. This hold on. This is the name that you're gonna see when we create a property in no lags. You're gonna see this is gonna be a category. So you can name this whatever you want to, right? So then the next thing that you're going to want to do is you are going to want to make sure you have the information for the shell inside here. So this can be named whatever you want it to be named. And then this right here, I would name this the same as what you named this up here. Now this, the hash needs to always be identical to your YDR name. Okay? The YDR is your hash, right? So I already have a door offset here, but I'm still going to show you how to get it. Now, with this, after you get all that in, right? You're going to want to save this, and then you're going to want to restart your server. Make sure that, because I have this shell folder is in the root. So make sure that you ensure the folder. I wouldn't put the shell folder inside of a bracketed folder. I mean, you can see, but I don't know. I feel like I had a little issues with it being inside brackets. So I just put in the root and make sure that you ensure it, right? And then you're going to want to restart your server. Okay. We're going to give that time to restart. It's restarting. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. So after what was I going to say? After you do all that, now it's time to get into the city, and now we are going to get the door offset. Now, no lags, I did not know that no lags had an offset finder. So I don't necessarily know how this one works, but there is a free one on GitHub that is called Loaf Offset Finder. And it's real easy to use, so I'm gonna show you how to use it. So let me get into my server and I will meet you guys over there. Okay, so now I am in my SATI in my server. And I wanted to test it out. I tested it out to make sure it worked, so I wasn't wasting my time. So it did work, but there is something going on with my texture. And it doesn't have any. I'm not sure what it has to do with, but the shell works. The texture is like just weird. It might be because I only used one for the whole thing, and then the door had the texture, and the door's from Plebmaster, so that might be why, but it works. So y'all gonna see. So the first thing that you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to get the door offset first, so the player properly spawns inside of the shell. So if you have the same offset finder like me, the loaf offset finder, you're gonna do t/test shell, and then it's gonna be let me get the exact. You gotta put the exact name of. Let me just copy and then put that in here, right? So obviously, you see, I'm gonna jump that happens. So don't it's gonna happen like that because of where you get the door. But what you're gonna do is now that you're inside, you see my texture? I don't know why it's doing that. So now that you have that up there, or you're up here, right? I'm going to turn around. And you're just gonna hit enter to copy the offset, okay? Then you're gonna go to where your shells are, where you had your shells, right here. This is where you're going to put that information. So I'm just gonna, I like to just paste it right there so I can see it. So how the door offset works, you'll notice a pattern. Okay. So it will always, X will always be a negative number, Y will always be a positive, and Z will always be negative. And the first numbers will always be 0. If you're getting the offset, and there is, like, say for example, a 1 right here, when you put it up here, just make it a 0. Okay. So I honestly, let's just see, because I need to make sure that I spawn it right. So let me use this, because these ones up here is from what I did from what I did earlier, to make sure, but just to keep it, just to make sure. Paste. And then the heading. So you can just go ahead and copy this door heading and put that right there. And we are going to delete that. Make sure there's no comma after this, because this is technically the last one, because I got this commented out. So you're going to save this, and then you're going to want to go back here. And after you got the offset and everything, you can hit backspace. And it will delete the shell. So now if I'm gonna create a house really quick. So for no lags, it's create property. Or hold on, I need to actually, hold up. We're gonna restart. No, hold up. I gotta restart the script first. So we're gonna restart it. Let it start out really quick. Boop, 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 boop. So now we're gonna do create property, and then we're gonna pick shell. Next, house, enter point, exit point. Okay, so shell. So if you like, so remember when I said when you come in here, there's going to be a category that says custom shells from here. So whatever you put here is going to show up in the script, right? So this is our shell. Okay. So I'm going to hit next. Class shell. And then I'm going to do testing class shell, because you got to put something. I'm just going to put the $100, and then next, and then next, right? And this is just to see if the spawning, oops, I got another one. Oh, that could have been deleted. I don't know why it ain't deleted yet. Okay, so now I'm going to buy this. And then, okay, so yeah. That's perfect. So that's literally how you do shells. Do not mind the texture. I think the texture really has to do with when I combined the door, and I only have one color texture on there. But let me know if the texture does the same thing, and I'll see. But as in setting the door offset, getting all that set up and putting it in the housing script, everything is legit. As you can see, we're in here, right? the collision works. You're not, you're not falling down or whatever. And then if I do, I gotta go up a little bit closer. And then I third eye, and now I can get out, exit. See, it works, right? So there y'all go. I'll be dropping the gems for y'all, huh? I'll be dropping them for y'all, huh? All right, so if y'all made it to the end of the video, I truly appreciate it. Please share, like, comment on this video. Let me know what you think. Obviously, I'll always do like updates and more stuff. Maybe I'll do a video to show y'all how to do what is it? The wall, like the wall frames, the bottom of the wall little frames. I forgot what they're called, like the molding on the wall. There's things in Blender that can help you really like put a shell together and make something nice, like windows, rooms, door. Like there's a whole bunch. So but again, I truly appreciate y'all, and I hope that you guys found some value in this. And you already know what it is. It's Royalty Customs, and we are out.